Iberia versus KLM. Who's actually worth the price? I'm scoring every detail to see who deserves your money.
Welcome to Iberia.
If you're flying from Europe to Latin America, these two airlines dominate the skies. Chances are you're booking with one of them. But here's the crazy part. The price. For this trip to Peru, Iberia came in at 1,080 euros one way. And KLM, well, it cost roughly the double. Can KLM really be worth double the money? Let's jump right into it and start with the ground experience. In my point of view, Iberia's lounge at Terminal 4S is one of the best in Europe. It's massive, has amazing views, and doesn't feel crowded during peak hours. There's always a seat available. If you enjoy flights to Spain and Latin America, check out my channel. I specialize on all such flights, and of course, feel free to subscribe. Over at Amsterdam, we visit KLM's Crown Lounge. The lounge is visually stunning with a lot of cute, typical Dutch details. As much as I enjoy this lounge, it tends to be quite crowded and finding a seat is not the most easy during peak hours. This was a close call because both lounges are excellent. KLM wins on style, but Iberia wins on comfort. It was quieter, far less crowded, and those open runway views are unbeatable for a calm start. Round 1 winner Iberia. Now let's move on to round number 2 and see who has the best cabin and seat. To keep this fair, I booked the absolute best cabins on both airlines, since their older aircraft are quite different. For a couple of years ago, Iberia started introducing their A350 Next cabin, with the cherry on the top being more private business class seats with closing doors. Let's hop on and see how it looks.
Par contre, elle est carrée, là. Ouais. Alors, bien, dans le monde. Disco down.
C'était vraiment bien. Là, t'es protégé comme si j'aimais les snappers sur le dos.
Les deux, voilà, les deux. Oh, ouais, ça, c'est carré.
Je pense parce que le juin août, il est pas rouge. Dans le
il y a des couleurs rouges. Je pense que c'est la même chose, mais pour la même chose.
And now over to KLM, where we'll also be flying a newly refurbished cabin. A massive upgrade with direct aisle access for all seats and more privacy. Let's dive in and check it out.
Eso es Perú. Ahí vamos.
Round 2 was incredibly close. KLM has the longer bed, but Iberia wins on logic. The door is more solid and the table slides away so you can exit during meals. Smart details win, but both seats are amazing. Round 2 winner, Iberia. Now that we're finally off the ground, I can't wait to eat. Let's dive into dinner service. Fresh ingredients, perfectly balanced flavor, paired with amazing bread and high quality extra virgin olive oil. This was just a perfect start. However, what impressed me the most was undoubtedly the fish. Simply amazing. After the best ice cream in the skies, it's time to see what KLM offers. This is hands down the best starter I've ever had on an airplane. The pasta was cooked perfectly al dente and so full of flavor. Impressive start by KLM. Although this might not look the best, it was really tasty. Another great dinner service is rounded up by a delicious chocolate dessert. Both airlines delivered on dinner. KLM wins on style, the details are just so cute. But Iberia brings substance, the food just feels a little bit more premium. Still, a really close call. Round 3 winner, Iberia. Me, both amenity kits were a tie, standard basics on both, but the screens tell a different story. Iberia gives you crisp 4K and a great Latin movie selection, perfect for the route. Better tech wins. Now let's jump right over to the last round, the pre-landing meal. Same quality on both trays, but much more food on the Dutch plate. On a long flight, portion size matters. Round 5 winner, KLM. 12 amazing hours coming to an end. Now I'll let you enjoy the landing and I'll come back with my final thoughts.
Chávez, ubicado en la provincia constitucional del Callao.
Flight 3 disarmed and cross-checked.
Flight 4 disarm and cross-check.
So, the final score is Iberia 4, KLM 1. But honestly, it was much closer than the numbers suggest. In reality, you can happily pick either airline. They're both performing at a really high level. Of course, on direct flights, Iberia clearly wins on value for money. But if you're connecting through Europe, check the prices. KLM might actually be cheaper for you, and they still deliver a fantastic experience. Either way, you're in good hands. Now, I would love to hear what you think. Do you agree with my assessment? What business class do you prefer? Iberia or KLM? Please let me know in the comments. And if you want to see each flight individually, please check out my channel. And of course, feel free to subscribe.